What's good, everyone? So today I'm gonna be explaining and showing you guys how I make 15 trillion an hour macroing. Let's start. The video will be split in 3 parts. The first part, before even joining the game. The second part, everything before starting to actually macro. And the third part is during the macro session. Hope you enjoyed the video. So, for the first part, you want to find yourself a permanent macro team. While searching for your teammates, you want to make sure they are on the same region as you. For example, I'm in North America, so I macro with players from North America. You don't want to macro with people, for example, from Europe, as I'm gonna lag if I play on derping, but it can go the other way as well. If I play on NA, they're gonna lag, so it doesn't help the both of us. So make sure you macro with people from the same region. You want to macro with 4 players maximum in a server. I would suggest to macro with 2 other players, but if you are 3 plus yourself, it's not that big of a deal. Macroing with 5 or 6 players is overkilling and making the server lag for no reason. Even if the server is not lagging, it's unnecessary lag. Even a tiny bit could help you macro more. Trust me, I've did some testing with 5-6 peoples against 3 and 4, and I had better result with 3 and 4 players. For the second part, we're going to talk about bees, bee quips, mutations, and amulets. Alright, for the bees part, you want to run a basic, a bumble, a cool bee, a looker bee, a stubborn, a bubble, a bucko, commander, frosty. You want to run a diamond, 4 music, a ninja bee. You want to run either 17 or 18 buoyants, 1 fuzzy. You can run 9 or 10 tadpoles. It depends if you macro with people or not. If you macro by yourself, I would probably go down to 17 and 10 tadpoles. If you macro with other people, I'd suggest do the same as me, so 18 and 9. After that, you want to get yourself a bear bee, a digital, a festive, gummy, tabby, vicious, and windy bee. I'll be explaining some of the bees that are not really there as the old meta for blue. You no longer need bomber bee as it gives bomb pollen. You don't make your honey from bomb pollen, you make your honey from bubble, so it's not needed. So you can remove it. After that, I don't run a shock bee because I have 4 music with bar and I run a windy bee, so I don't really need that. I would need a token link, but I think I'm pretty good at the moment with what I have. After that, I think everything's good. Make sure to run 3 or 4 music. I'd probably say 4 as it's better. You want to keep up your melody, focus, and token link as high as you can. After that, 18, 1, 9 tadpoles. I don't run Colbat as I don't overfill, so it's not really needed. But if you overfill, it's a good beat to add for the instant blue conversion. And since it's a blue bee as well, it's going to give you more pollen from bubbles. I run digital as it converts a lot, so it helps at the hive to convert faster so I can get back on the field quicker. After that, I run a vicious because it's extra damage for blue. So if I do anything from stick bug to robo to stump to cocoa crab or whatever you want to call it, it gives me extra damage and it gives me extra pollen from bubble, so it's pretty good. And I run Windy Bee because of the tornado, as it acts like a player or token link as it collects everything on its path. So yeah, it's really good. If you guys are confused on why I keep saying bubble, pollen, buff, whatever, it's because since the update, bubbles now collect more if any player touches it. It pops, collecting 8 blue, 5% per bee's level, and 15% per gifted blue bee type in your hive. So that's why I run as many blue bees as I can, because it gives me 15% per blue bee in my hive. So that's why I run vicious. For the bee quips, first of all, you want to get yourself 3 bees mystery hat. Just overall good because of the convert capacity and convert rate at hive. After that, you want to get yourself 2 pine cones for the extra convert amount, and of course the pine tree capacity and pollen, which is really good. After that, some people don't really run barrettes, but I do because it helps to convert faster at the hive. It gives extra capacity and it gives extra blue fill capacity, so it helps not only your bag but your balloons, so it's pretty good. After that, I run of course a candy ring for the 6% honey at hive. It can go higher, I'm working on it, But yeah, because of the honey at hive and the convert amount, it's really good. After that, I run 2 elf caps. Just everything on it is just needed for blue. Convert at hive as well. And of course, the 4% at honey at hive. Same with the other one, 4% at hive as well. After that, you're gonna run yourself a lip balm because of the bubble pollen. So it acts like a blue bee type. It acts like a blue bee type because it's around the percentage that it gives. So make sure to have yourself a lip balm. After that, I run a snow tiara because it's just good for blue. Convert amount, convert at hive. Not really needed for blue gather and white. Critical chance helps, but it helps as well with blue fill capacity. Make sure to equip your bee quips on high mutation bees. For example, I'm not gonna put. Let's say we take this bee's mystery hat. It's a 23 convert amount, so I run it on a 25% convert amount buoyant because it's going to convert to more from a higher mutation buoyant. So make sure to equip your stuff on higher mutation bees as it's going to benefit you more. All right, let's do the mutations now. So let's go in order. Let's go all the way down. Let's go from each bee. So first of all, you want to get yourself convert on buoyant. Even if you get bar 5%, even if you get 25% for some reason, you need convert amount on your buoyant bee. I would suggest a percentage because it's better. After that, if you are able to, try to get yourself 3% ability rate or higher on your tadpoles. If you're not able to get that, percentage convert amount is going to be your best friend. After that, commander, get yourself 3% ability rate or higher. Let's go down. I put convert amount on digital because at the moment for blue, that's the best mutation. Some people run gather amount, but since I don't really do that much Robo Bear challenge, I rather put convert so it helps me convert faster. After that, I put ability rate on bubble so it spawns as many bubbles as it can. After that, we put ability rate on looker bee. Like I said, 3% and above. You want to put you want to put convert percentage on diamond bee because it converts a lot. After that, you want to put yourself ability rate on the music. Bear bee, if you're able to get ability rate, go for it. If it's 1 or 2%, probably don't keep. Put 3 and above. You want to get yourself ability rate on stubborn. After that, on gummy, you want to get yourself convert percentage. After that, frosty, ability rate. If you're able to get ability rate on fuzzy, go for it. It spawns a lot of fuzz bombs, so it helps me a lot, especially since it's 4%, really good. If you have vicious, I would probably run attack since it's a vicious, so it does damage. On cool bee, I have ability rate. That's what you want to go for. For windy, I put convert, but if you want to get yourself ability rate, go for it. On festive, same thing. So I run convert. If you want to get bar, go for it. Diamond bee, I run ability rate since it spawns me the haste token. Bumble ability rate. After that, we go down. Bucko ability rate again. Tabby, convert percentage, the higher the better. So this is a bee you should probably try to focus on getting an insanely high convert. I should focus on getting better than 21. If I could get 24, 25, I'll be happy because it's going to help a lot more. After that, basic. This guy's just too good, so anything. For the amulets, let's start, of course, with the Supreme Stars. So I currently have a perfect 5 out of 5. You want to get on your Supreme Star, convert. You want to get critical chance, blue pollen, bee ability rate, pop star, and star shower. So yeah, I would suggest if you're not able to get double passive, focus on getting a perfect solo pop star. And once you have that and you have a lot of honey to gamble, go for a double passive. If not, keep this one. On Supreme Shell, I'd probably say get pollen and convert. Just been unlucky, as you can see. Goo, I'm happy with 23 convert, helps a lot. On Supreme Cog, just get yourself, if you're able to get there, try to get yourself a bubble buff. It's going to be there. I'm not really sure. Haven't been working on that. So yeah. On Supreme, you want to get Convert Rate, which is guaranteed. You want to get yourself Critical Power, Pollen, Critical Chance, Blue, and White. So as you can see, this one is close to a perfect one. On your Moon Amulet, I run a 10% bond from treats and 8% honey per pollen. The one you need here is honey per pollen. The bond from treat is just to level up your hive. On Diamond Stick, you want to run Convert Rate. I run Monster Respawn Time because it helps me get more loot, so more stuff. You should run Blue Bee Attack, and after that, just whatever blue buff. So if you're able to get blue pollen and pollen, that's going to be it for the Diamond Stick Bug Amulet. And for the last one, for King Beetle, you want to get Convert Rate, Blue Bee Attack, Bamboo, and Blue Flower. The moment you guys been waiting for, so of course the macro. First of all, I do not run any specific shape. I just run diamonds. It's a really good overall one. You don't need anything special unless you want to go for the most as you can. I run diamonds, M with 3. I run 10 minutes. I run 95 pack, and this is a big one here, sprinkler location. Make sure you and your teammates have the same sprinkler location because for people that don't know, if you put your sprinkler here and everyone else puts their sprinkler here, there's no problem. There's not going to be anything problem. But if you have yours here and you have, let's say, a friend of yours that puts his like right here, let's say your macro buddy puts his sprinkler there and you're doing your pattern, blah blah blah, stuff like that, your macro doesn't go for your sprinkler. It just go for the closest one. So if, let's say, it finishes the pattern here and it research for the sprinkler, it's just going to go for the closest one. So it's going to be this one, and then it's going to restart doing the pattern. So you're drifting out of the field. And if you run like a XL or large pattern, you have better chance of going outside the field. So make sure you and your team put their sprinkler at the same place. I would suggest putting at center one because it's about right here. So you're not going to drift out of the field unless something bad's happens. So make sure you put your sprinkler at the same place as your teammates. Of course, run drift comp. For the collect and kill, I run clock. I would suggest to run Mondo buff only if you macro with 2 players and above. So if you are 3 in total in the server, make sure they all have Mondo buff on. I would suggest like 60 seconds. It's a good amount. I run Stockings, Feast, Candles, and Samovar. We're going to wait for the boost after. For quests, you don't want anything. Focus on honey. For planters, I use manual. I'm not a big fan of automatics because sometimes it kind of weirds me out. Sometimes when I do puff shrooms with the stream, make sure to join the stream, by the way. I join the server and someone has a red clay in a blue field, which makes no sense. So I just run automatic, and since I have good planters, it's even if the field is degraded, I think it's already better than if you run a planter in a field that doesn't grow faster. I just have this feeling, so I run manual. It's up to you guys. But if you run automatic, don't remove remove pine tree. Remove pine tree from the zone, because if you put a sprinkler in the field, your bees are going to go sip nectar from it, which means they're not going to spawn tokens, which is not what you want. So make sure you remove pine tree from your field rotation for planters. And as well, I'll put a screenshot on the screen. You can field drift comp someone by a planter, so make sure you don't put, if you put a planter, make sure to center it. After that, nothing here. Settings, really good one. Make sure you and your team have a specific hive slot. So for me, I run number 1, and the other 2 guys, they already have their hive slot. I put 5 seconds after convert, because sometimes if you go convert and you don't put like some seconds after you're done, you're just gonna leave some honey in your balloon. So make 4 or 5 seconds after convert. That's the server here. Don't do anything of those. Make sure your move speed is perfect. How to find it? Rejoin the server. Don't claim the hive. Go in your settings. Move speed, there we go, 29 without any buffs. But if you want to be sure, rejoin the server. Don't claim the hive. Go in your settings. Mine is 29. So I'll put this speed correction. So I'll do that. Convert balloon always. So if, for example, you start the macro and you have balloon on your hive, it's going to convert it before doing anything. Multiple reset. This is no longer needed. Before you used to double reset before anything, so your bees can have full energy, but I don't know why it doesn't work now. So just put 0. Same here, so anything here, and yeah, that's going to be it for the macro part. Before starting to macro, I would suggest yourself to get max bubble bloat. And if you don't have Tide Blessing, it's all good. But if you do have Tide Popper, make sure to get yourself max Tide Blessing. So what I usually do before starting to macro, I go in Strawberry since it's probably the smallest field in the game. And since it's a red field, I'm not going to fill up my bag. And I just stand here. I know it takes some time to fill up your Tide Blessing, especially if it's at 0. But make sure to get yourself max Bubble Bloat and max Tide Blessing if you have the Tide Popper before macroing. For the Nectar, your main 3 for blue is going to be in that order, by the way. It's going to be Motivating, it's going to be Comforting, and Satisfying. If you don't have Petal Planter, keep up 3 Nectars. Refreshing is not really needed. I do run refreshing because I have all the planters in the game, so it's pretty easy to keep them up. But yeah, so in order, Motivating, Converting, and Satisfying. Before you go your macro session, make sure they are as high as possible. For the third part and last one, what items do I use during the macro? So we're gonna go in boost. You want to get yourself, of course, the blue filled booster. You can use it every 45 minutes. So make sure it's on. I use blue extract every 10 minutes. I use glitter every 15 minutes and 5 seconds. I just add an extra 5 seconds because when you pop a glitter, there's a little extra like seconds. So you cannot get an extra glitter in the 15-minute of the field. I use enzyme to convert faster when the balloons, and I use sticker stack with tickets because my stack is really high, so 267, basically like an hour. So that's why I use it. Well, that was the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, help, make sure to join the stream. I stream every day, so feel free to come by and ask your question or comment about the video if you liked it or not. And yeah, hope I help you guys in some way to make more honey during this Beesmas. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Love you guys. Peace.